Through the power of AI, I'm going to show you how to create some wild visual effects. Frankly, I'm not sure why people are so afraid of AI. It's Okay, I see your point.
You good? No? So this is 99% fake. I'm gonna show you exactly how you can achieve a look just like this using traditional filmmaking techniques and AI techniques. But first I had to figure out what would give me the better results, just doing it all AI or pairing it with practical footage. So I'm gonna go with pairing it with practical footage. So what I did is I put the red Komodo outside on sticks. I had myself walking out for a shot. I got a clean slate, clean plate, whichever one you call it.
Before we can get the background video, I need to take a screenshot of the clean slate, throw it into higgsfield, have a tree crash onto that roof, and now I have my end frame for the background video.
I went into higgsfield. What ended up working for me was Cinema Studio. I basically gave it this prompt saying I wanted the tree to fall on the house. And funny enough, on Cinema Studio, I got a first try. All these other options are from test runs the day before. So that one didn't work. Okay, so obviously most of us know that pairing AI with traditional filmmaking opens up a whole new world of opportunity. But in traditional filmmaking, you have takes. It's the same with AI. There are generations. You have to continuously be generating over and over again. Anyone who gets it in first generation, it's like getting it in the first take. It's cool when you get it, but it's unique. From there, I brought the footage back into Davinci Resolve. I magic masked me, put it on top, and from there we had a clean image of the tree even falling behind the subject. If I wanted to make this easier, I would have made it so the tree never fell behind the subject, so I wouldn't have had to mask it all. But yeah, using these techniques, you can do this in many different ways. I could have had the roof catch on fire. So exactly when should you be using AI? That's the biggest question, because there are some people who are like, never, not once, don't do it, it's not worth it. There are some people who are like, only use that, it's only gonna save you money. When should you use AI?
I recently found a collection of photo slides. They've been stored away for over 80 years. This means that I'm looking at exactly what someone else was looking at in the 40s. Well, kind of. Only if there was a way to relive the stories, the memories, the experiences of my step-great-grandfather-in-law. Maybe there is. Intentionally deceiving is wrong, and that's how a majority of users utilize AI. But what about the restoration process? What about conceptualizing something that just a few years ago we couldn't possibly imagine? AI gives us the ability to reach beyond our previous creative caps. We can't even fathom the lengths at which our brains can travel because we've never had the opportunity to really stretch. Until now.
Before AI, you had to know exactly how to use different VFX softwares like Unreal Engine, Blender, Cinema 4D, and all these things that I don't know how to use. But with the power of AI, I am able to put myself into a new environment, bypassing the part that I don't like. So step one, I'm gonna film my desired look. Now remember, whatever environment you're going for, make sure to have similar lighting. From there, after throwing it into Davinci and putting a base grade on my footage, I took a screenshot, put it into higgsfield Nana Banana Pro, and then generated a few times until I got the look that I wanted as a single frame. From there, what I did is I removed the subject by putting it back into Nano Banana Pro and just typing remove subject. The next step, I took that blank background frame, threw it into Cinema Studio, make sure the movement is static. And from there, I created a background that was moving a little bit. From here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw it into Davinci. We're gonna use Magic Mask to mask yourself as the subject. Be sure that you make it as easy as possible for you. It also helps to use a green screen, but in my opinion, with Magic Mask, you can make the differentiating factor between subject to background anything that is noticeable, because Magic Mask does pretty well. Now, after you correct each layer to make sure that it's all the proper exposure, we're gonna put an adjustment layer on top of all of it, and we're gonna start to color grade it so that it'll all blend together. Some key tricks when it comes to blending, I use 2 nodes. Halation. Halation is going to create that bloomy effect on all your highlights. And if you have a highlight close to your subject, it's actually going to start to wrap around your subject, thus blending it more. And then the next node is glow. If you throw the glow node on top of there, it starts to create this cool effect where the highlights become a little bit more dreamlike. But again, it's doing it for your entire image, so it's pulling it all together a little bit more. And lastly, we're gonna add grain. Now, not just tons of whoosh, like thick grain that just looks like you got it off of an 8mm film, depending on your look. So if you're going for a cleaner, sharper look like this one, there's very small amounts of grain. If you didn't notice the grain, perfect. Now, if you have a nostalgic or vintage look with where you are in your scene, then crank that thing up. Now try this out with multiple different lighting setups and then just throw it into Nano Banana Pro, create a new environment, give it a few examples, and just see what it'll come up with. So this is a quick trick, but this is transitioning using AI. You're gonna take your last frame from your first shot, and you're gonna take your first frame from your second shot. You're gonna throw it into Cinema Studio exactly how you want the transition to be. And again, very rarely is it gonna be first try. Give it a few tries and see what you can come up with. Again, AI is new, folks. It's new. We're only I don't know how long into this.
If you're not one for custom transitions, Higgsfield actually has a grouping of pre-constructed transitions. Now, all these transitions are fairly abstract, so if you're going for something a little more subtle or minimal, I would consider doing it practically. Now, how you do it is you can either upload the last frame of your first video and then first frame of your second video, or you just upload the first video and the second video, which is the one I suggest. And then you go through this catalog of custom transitions and you pick which one do you think would work best. Bonus points, film knowing the transition, which is kind of what you're supposed to do already. But go into it knowing what transition you're going to use, and it'll make it that much cooler.
The progression of AI tools for content creation has been crazy. Keep trying, keep learning, because by the time that it's doing things that none of us could possibly imagine, you'll be ahead of the game. The Bible literally talks about how the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy, and how Satan is basically the father of lies. And we want to do our best to stay away from that. So we want to reveal, bring life, and create. And through it all, we want to be truthful and trustworthy. A tree falling on a house is supporting the fictional narrative. And you know it's fictional, but pursuing a specific agenda by making someone believe something actually happened, that's where we start to deceive others and not tell the truth. If you'd like to see more content like this, make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Are you going to be trying out some of the practical and AI techniques? I love y'all, really do. Remember, it only takes one to try out AI. Try it out. It only takes one to start creating. It only takes one to make a change. It only takes one to change the world, and that could be you. See you next time.